Cortana is the elephant in the room that now looks like a dude and has a lot of people questioning what the hell Microsoft and Halo Studios think they're doing with one of the most beloved characters in gaming.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
So this has been an interesting week for Halo. We got the trailer for the Sergeant Johnson prequel missions and a cinematic trailer for the Halo CE remake. Halo fans are excited to finally have some good Halo news, and some fans remain understandably skeptical. I was very skeptical and nervous about this remake, but after watching the trailers, I am excited to play the game. The gameplay looks fun, the graphics look incredible, and I'm excited to see what the Flood looks like in this game. However, there is one certain individual who has gone completely off the deep end about this remake that is just straight up ridiculous. Smash JT is a YouTuber who made a video about Halo saying that, quote unquote, Halo has a woke problem.
Don't you have to be stupid somewhere else?
Not until 4.
This debacle started with a tweet he made, which got community noted. He tweets, "This is unnecessary and intentionally signaling trans. They know what they're doing. Once you notice bisexual lighting being used, you cannot unsee it. This is intentional. I will not be gaslit." And thanks to the community notes, it adds, "The Circle Purple area is the planet Threshold, the largest planet in the system Alpha Halo resides in. The new cover art for Halo Campaign Evolved is a direct remake of the original for Halo CE, also featuring Threshold." Now, instead of just admitting he was wrong, he proceeds to double down on his take and talk more about this in his video, which we're going to dissect here, since he makes a bunch of claims without providing any receipts to back it up. So, are you ready to suffer with me?
Because you must suffer, as I have suffered.
So I'm going to cut out the first couple minutes of the video since he just talks about the showcase. Once he finishes talking about it, he then proceeds to start complaining that Cortana is showcased for only a couple of scenes.
Fun fact, list of Halo characters on Wikipedia. Ready? Character design, creation, voice acting. Okay, here we go. Master Chief. Yeah, first one listed, first build. Yeah, makes sense. Second one, Cortana. Yeah, makes sense. Cortana voiced by Jen Taylor, and everyone is very, very familiar with Cortana. And of course, Cortana is going to be showcased elaborately in this trailer, right? No, there is a total of not even 2.5 full seconds of Cortana being showed throughout this entire trailer.
That's because this trailer wasn't about Cortana or the first game. It's about the prequel missions that focus on Sergeant Johnson and the Master Chief before Halo 1. So it's obviously not going to focus on Cortana. And this whole trailer, Johnson is narrating the whole entire thing. You clearly didn't pay attention to it.
But that's not the story I'm telling today. This one, you haven't heard.
Now, in the Halo CE cinematic trailer, Cortana is the one narrating the whole thing about the first game. Did you pay attention to it?
So we made a bet and trusted everything we had left to one soldier.
So, point one, already just flat out wrong. Alright? It's because it's clear what the trailers are showing you, and it's clear who's telling you what's happening. Now we get into the real meat and potatoes. The real shit. And you better buckle up, boys.
That's it. There's a first off, that's more like Carl Tana.
That is without a doubt the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You are a fucking idiot.
Right at this point, there's Cortana, the full body view, and far away, can barely see any kind of feminine features whatsoever. What a massive, massive downgrade.
You say that Cortana doesn't have any feminine features, but then you completely ignored the fact that before that scene, it shows another side of Cortana, which shows her feminine features. You cherry-picked that scene just to prove your point, but it makes you look like a fool.
And this was quote tweeting me from previously. Name a bigger downgrade. Find whoever did this and fire them immediately. This is back in March of 2026, Cortana initially started off like this. And has since gone to this.
This is how you know he doesn't care about Halo. First off, the Cortana you show off in the image is from Halo 4. If you actually played the games, you would know that. You know what else? This is what Cortana originally looks like.
And you know what else?
The other Cortana model you show is not even Cortana. That is Joyeuse / the weapon in Halo Infinite. She is a completely different character. This is Cortana from Infinite. You just proved that you have no idea what you are talking about.
And is now this.
What's the problem? Can you explain? No? Okay. I like how he says that she looks like this, but doesn't say what's wrong or what the problem is. He sits there and laughs, acting like he proved a point, which he hasn't at all.
So I have to showcase something I covered in depth in a previous video. You guys might have forgotten about this. This was...
Oh boy, I wonder what nonsense he's gonna spout about now.
Inclusive leadership at Xbox Game Studios. And you can pretty much guess where this one's going, but just a quick clip just to let you know what you're in for when it comes to Halo.
Bonnie, tell us about you.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Ross. I'm the head of 343 Industries, which is the studio that runs all things Halo. So our TV show, our games, our consumer products, esports. I use she, her pronouns, and I've been in the industry for over 28 years, and it's really great to be here today.
Make of that what you will.
What am I supposed to get from this? Is it because she has pronouns? If that's the case, then who cares? Bonnie Ross, Kiki Wolfkill, and Frank O'Connor are no longer at the studio, and they haven't been for years. So your point has no merit to it. Not only that, but you're still not explaining what's wrong. You're firing blanks at this point.
But that was the person in charge of 343, now Halo Studios. I said,
this is where the fun begins.
This is unnecessary and intentionally signaling trans. They know what they're doing. Once you notice bisexual lighting being used, you cannot unsee it. This is intentional. I will not be gaslit.
Well, it's a little late for that, dog.
And yes, obviously they can say, oh no, the sky totally does that sometimes, which of course it does.
Again, I don't see the problem here. That's the planet Threshold, the gas giant that Halo floats next to. We see it in the original game, and we go to it on Halo 2 to kill the heretic leader as the Arbiter. It's on the box art for the original game too. But now they gave it a better color scheme. This is a stupid thing to complain about. Something that has been there since day one too. Again, you don't have any receipts to back up your point. You got nothing to prove what you're saying is right.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
But why would you put that here unless you want to inject the purple colors, the blue colors, the pink colors, and inject the ideology as much as you can?
They didn't push any agenda. They wanted to make the gas giant stand out more. Blue, pink, and purple have been the iconic color schemes for the Covenant for years. The only one pushing an agenda here is you.
The gameplay from the new Halo game from the Xbox Game Showcase looks like it had a baby with Veilguard and increased the DEI woke purple energies. It's always a red flag, isn't it? Why so much purple?
Where does it show you that there is DEI in the screenshots? All it's showing me is the color palette that the Covenant have used in the Bungie games. Also, why so much you say? Because it's the color palette that the fucking Covenant use all across the Bungie games. How is this so hard to understand?
Your intellect is as weak as your dollar. Failure is your destiny. You disrespect yourself and your nation. You are made of stupid.
It's the same kind of purple from so many femme-coded games, along with God of War Le Fay as well. And where is the lie?
Where is the source that says that this is a femboy coloring? There's nothing that says this. This is interior of Covenant ships that I have seen thousands of times playing Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and Reach, and to an extent Halo 4. This is nothing. You are literally throwing blanks everywhere. You haven't shown me anything to back up your claim. You are literally fear-mongering to try to get your point across. There is nothing you are showing that is proof of what you're saying that is true. Also, if you're gonna bring up another character from another game, at least pronounce her fucking name right. Lao Fei the Just.
Again, once you notice the bisexual lighting, you cannot unsee it in these games. They want to inject the trans ideology everywhere, and they want to gaslight you to make you sound like you're being crazy for noticing it. And they try to point and laugh and say, oh, look at this guy. He's afraid of colors. No, it's called pattern recognition.
It's actually called being schizo, because right now you're just going off by a tweet that has no source in it. Where did they say that they were pushing trans ideology? Where did it say that? Because you're not showing me anything. All you're just doing is just fear-mongering at this point. There is nothing that you are saying that has any merit or has any source to it, because you don't show what you're saying is actually correct. Jesus fucking Christ, I'm so glad developers don't listen to people like this.
They did. Mike Mills, they made Cortana non-binary, so I'm non-binary.
Hey, can you just stop being fucking cringe and actually show me a damn source material, for God's sakes? Because you aren't showing anything. There is nothing here that you have provided that has a source. You're going off by somebody's tweet that literally has no source or nothing to back it up. Can you at least use any last of your brain cells to show that what you're saying is actually true? I really miss the days of you bought a game, you played it, and if it was shit, then it was just a shitty game, and that was it. Can we go back to that, please? I miss those days. I miss the days that when every game came out, it was just the game came out, and that's it. Nowadays, anytime a game fucking comes out, it's associated with fucking drama. It's just so tiresome and annoying. It's like, oh, my political agendas didn't make it into this game, or left-wing political agendas made it into this game, or right-wing political agendas made it into this game. Like, for the love of God, just shut the fuck up for once. If you don't give a shit about the gaming industry, just say you don't give a shit about it. Just say you give a shit about your political agendas, and that's it.
You notice these girls in charge with the pronouns in their bios and how they always want to remove any kind of beauty and femininity and make all of the women in video games look non-binary and remove the gender from them to make it ambiguous?
Ambiguous how? Where does it say that Cortana is non-binary or bisexual? Nowhere, because you don't have anywhere to show that there's a source for it. You're just taking someone's stupid fucking word for it and saying it's fact, when literally it's not even fact.
Again, how many times do you have to point this out until people finally wake up and say, huh, yeah, I guess they got a point when they keep noticing these things. Native Patriot, of course they had to go and make Cortana look trans.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Can you at least give us a source that backs up your claim instead of just firing blanks and using somebody else's tweet as ammunition? Because it's just making you look more like a fucking fool. You got nothing to back up your claim. This whole entire video, you've had nothing to prove that your sources are correct.
Straight up, like it's not even a question. Learning the Law says Halo Studios would burn their office to the ground before making Cortana look like this again. Where's the lie? Again.
Where is the source? Where is it saying that they wanted to make Cortana non-binary, trans, or bisexual? Where is the source? You haven't showed me anything to prove your claim. Why do you keep firing blanks? You really just don't give a shit about Halo. You only care if your political agendas are in the game. That's all you care about. That's all any of you people care about. This is why they don't listen to you, because you make stupid fucking arguments like this.
because I've covered this before as well. You wonder how this keeps happening in their games? Getting started with representation. How can you help customers feel belonging in your product experience? Questions to consider. What steps have you taken to ensure characters are represented respectfully and authentically?
That first note is telling you basically what your character is. Is he a hero, a villain, or an anti-hero? What makes them unique from all the other characters?
Are you telling new stories or sharing new perspectives within the product experience?
That one is telling you what story you are trying to tell. Is it fantasy? Is it war? Or is it like a medieval type story? Like, what story is it you want to tell?
How have you validated assumptions you have made about your audience to check for blind spots or unintended stereotypes? Because God forbid, male gamers dominating the industry would want to see a slamming hot chick playing in their game. God forbid. No, you have to tone that down because you could offend some of the ugly women playing games that might feel like they can't be seen in the game because the beauty standards are just too high for them.
This is telling you what story is this for the audience. Is it for Halo fans or is it for like God of War fans? Is like, what story is this for? Who are you catering to? This has nothing to do with women's beauty or males enjoying attractiveness. Where does it say that? Oh yeah, it doesn't say it anywhere. You're making bullshit up again.
Would you feel proud to show a member of a community how their culture / character is depicted?
Okay, this one is blatantly stating, yeah, it could be any culture that your character is a part of, or a made up one, because your character could either be part dragon or is just a full-on elf. It's like, what is their culture like in this universe, in this story you're trying to tell?
How are the wide range of customers depicted within your products and communications?
How are your fans going to react to your products and respond to your product?
Do all of your characters / players depictions look the same?
Is your character different from the rest and not a cardboard cutout is basically what it's saying.
What process have you used to validate how different groups of people or cultures are represented in your experience?
How are you writing your characters to be different and unique from each other instead of them being a copy and paste of one character?
Guys, gaming has gotten too big. It needs to crash. This kind of shit would be laughable in the 90s. They would just be making games to sell the product to the lowest common denominator, making it fun and making the girls beautiful.
I like how he quote-unquote claims to care about the gaming industry when literally he just says he wants it to crash, all because nothing aligned with his political agendas. Like, the cognitive dissonance in this guy, like, how entitled do you have to be? And miserable too. I don't understand how anyone could live like this.
Do you have a process to review key decisions with the lens of respectful representation? Respectful representation.
Enough from the clown.
I like how he's willing to lie about what's being said on that article instead of just reading the word outright. Almost like he's afraid of his argument having no merit, which never did have any merit. Like, all of his stuff that he criticized had no merit to it. Anyways, this was an absolute terrible video. There was no evidence to back it up, no points were made, and he absolutely doesn't care about Halo. If you need a reason why game devs don't listen to you, brother, you are the reason. Anyways, that's all that I wanted to talk about. I'm so glad this is over. I need to go to college or something that cleanses stupidity from my brain. This is the type of content I don't want to make. I love just playing games and talking about them. If you want to see more, follow me on twitch.tv/bonemark for more. Thanks for watching and see you next time.